Hi everyone. Okay, so this is my first time doing this, so be patient with me, but I am so excited to be here and I'm so excited that you made the decision to do this with me. It's going to be amazing. I hope that you are ready to find that confidence that you couldn't find, um, get that brain fog out of the way, all that stuff. And I just, get ready for the spring, just in our lives, right? So that's why right now we're doing this. Or that's why we're doing this right now. I don't know why I would say it like that. But yeah, so the Lunar New Year was last week. And so now we're coming upon the first quarter, and that's when we're going to start our Kriya and our ritual. And until then, we have a couple of days until then. So to prepare, if you have not already done the ritual course, please do so. You got access to it when you signed up. If you cannot find it or having issues in any way, just shoot me an email or put it in the chat and I will see what I can do for you. Now, I'm assuming, like, as far as like what the ritual is, all that, I'm not going to be answering any of those questions today. This is orientation. And again, you should like watch the course, like go through the course. You can knock it out in a little under an hour if you just go straight through everything. If you want to do like the full immersive with all the notes and everything, probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, really. It's not a huge deal, but it kind of breaks down what we're doing, why, where these practices came from, and all that stuff. So I want to share, I will be here. We're going to be doing this every day, 6 p.m. Pacific time on Zoom, and you will be given the link just like you were given this link. I don't know how to do a recurring yet. I'm just new to, again, doing any of this. So bear with me, and yeah, I'm not going to say that again. I'm a little nervous because I'm not used to sharing something so personal with other people. So again, I'll try not to ramble too much. I am finishing up a ritual with Mommy Onami, which I don't really want to necessarily share publicly, but you're here, this is between us. And it's for money. And I've definitely learned quite a bit, but she talks through Kriya and it drives me insane, especially at the end when you're, like Shavasana basically, and she's talking through it. And I'm like, dude, I can't, like, I guess it's a good lesson in distraction maybe, but I will not be doing that. So when we're doing the Kriya or the ritual at all, I do not want to see any comments in the chat box, anything like that. Stay focused on ritual. On Mondays and Wednesdays, I will be staying, and Fridays, I will be staying, half an hour after for questions, for discussion. We can talk about what we've experienced, anything in our lives, all of that. And if you've gone through the course, the first thing we are going to do though is set things down. So we're going to put that in the chat. Obviously, whatever we're setting down for the day, whatever's heavy, whatever needs to be let out, there will be a short discussion for that. And then we'll go into Kriya. Now, make sure that you are in a space where you will not be interrupted for 30 minutes. Well, the Kriya takes the whole ritual takes about 20 minutes or so. So make sure you're not going to be interrupted during that time. And also make sure that you're on mute, please, because that can be extremely distracting for everyone. I'll make sure that I mute everyone as well. And I just want to go over a couple of things too. So just kind of explain what we're doing. I don't know how much you've necessarily read. I put a lot of information out there as far as what this is and what we're doing. But so we are lining up the moon phases with in the Enneagram as well. So this isn't the Enneagram of personality. This is like the face of God Enneagram. So we will be working through certain things every day. Each day is going to have kind of a different theme, a different something to kind of focus on as we're going through the ritual, and a different music as when we're done with the Kriya. And we're building our energy and placing our energy and pulling energy down from the heavens. There will be different music to kind of go coincide with the theme and what emotions and what energy we are evoking and integrating into ourselves for that day. It's all been very planned out. And then again, with the cycles of the moon. So everything with manifesting and bringing and shadow and letting go and all of that is all planned accordingly. So certain days are going to be harder than others. That's just how it goes. We're using all three modalities of magic. So we're going to be using white magic, black magic, and red magic. Black magic is not evil. It's just fear. So that's shadow work, all that good stuff. Red magic is sacrifice and surrender. And white magic is, the will. What else do I want to say here? If you are having issues getting into trance or anything like that, don't be too hard on yourself. There are days, there are definitely days where you feel more than others. If people are having all these amazing visions or whatever, and you're not, we're all going to have our own, we all have our own ways that we deal with things and we experience things. And if you haven't looked into your human design, your head or your ajna, they might be open or closed, those centers, this, that. So everybody is different. So the people that have done this with me have had some really cool shit happen. I've experienced some cool shit, but nothing like they have. And you get a little jealous, like, I'm not gonna lie. But it is a very powerful ritual, and I'm really excited to kind of see. And I want you to share too, like after we can, on those days that I stay late, if you want to share or whatever. And if we have a little bit of time, maybe if something really cool happens and you want to share, that's awesome too. Any epiphanies or revelations. Now, it took me performing this every day, sometimes twice a day, to get the full Kundalini orgasmic experience. I would say about 3 months. So we're only doing this for 44 days. But I also was experimenting with this and that and the other to really bring this together to be a fully, perfectly balanced thing. So, what else? So we've got that. Let me check my notes really quick, you guys. So we've got the music. There will be journal prompts for the day too. I would recommend doing those after the fact, because whatever, may come to you during, and sometimes it's really hard. You want to stop doing the ritual and go write it down. If it's pulling you that hard, if it's bro, I do it. Seriously, do it. If you think you're going to forget it or whatever, do it. But if you can hold on and you're I'm not going to forget this, I can hang on to this, finish, because there might be another key piece of information or whatever that's got to be downloaded and you don't have all the information yet. And what else? So no talking during Kriya. I think that's it. I mean, there's really not a lot to go over here. I just want to stress, being, giving yourself grace and just doing the best you can and showing up the best that you can for yourself. Gosh, I'm just trying to figure out Oh, and probably would be a great idea now, since you have made this decision by the lunar new year, because that's when the cart closed. So this is the new year, right? So we're harnessing this energy to get stronger and propel ourselves forward in our confidence, in everything, in our purpose, in just everything. This is a really all around grounded ritual, and it will strengthen our energetic body, patch up any holes in our energetic fields, um, all that good stuff. So if you haven't written your intention for this, I would suggest writing it out, saying it. You can put it in the chat, but what is your intention for the next 44 days? And it could just be to do this, to stick with it and actually complete it for 44 days. Making a plan, committing to yourself, and actually following through. It could be something that simple. So, yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot to go over. Let me check the chat and see if there's any questions. Okay, so I've got a couple here. How do I know if I'm doing it right? So really, I would just follow along and do it like I'm doing it. If you really need to surrender to this, that's going to be important. Another one is, what do I do if I feel stagnant? You just kind of have to push through it. Again, you're going to have days that suck. You're going to have days that are amazing. That's just kind of how it goes. There's going to be up and down, especially because we're working on different lines of magic, and we are actually going to be going through the Enneagram 4 times in all of this. So it's going to be fast. It's going to be hard. It's going to be powerful. This is going to be a lot. Can I modify certain aspects of the ritual to fit my personal needs? I wouldn't necessarily recommend that yet, because I mean, this is the first go round of this. So you are all novices, I guess, initiates at this point. So not yet, but if you physically have issues with something somewhere, something, obviously modify that so that you can participate as much as you can participate. If I miss a day, do I need to start over? No. So, but I would add that day to the end. And I'm going to send you all the recordings of these. So if you can't attend live, everybody will be emailed a link to the recording, so that, if you need to do it at a different time or whatever, you 100% can. So like, if you can't come at 6 p.m., but you can watch it at 9 p.m. before you go to bed or whatever, that's fine. So just do this when you can. If you miss a day, just add it to the end. One day isn't going to mess with the moon and stuff. I mean, it's not going to be like the end of the world. But if you're missing like big chunks, I would probably suggest starting over. If you missed like a week or something like that, that's a completely different beast. But like, one day is not the end of the world. And really, I would, well, anyway, this is a 44-day challenge. So challenge yourself, show up, do the work. I mean, I don't really know what else to say than that. How do I handle resistance or doubt if it arises during the practice? Just kind of breathe through it, relax, and surrender yourself to the practice as best as you can. If you've got the demons and they're going, this is bullshit, like, just go shut the fuck up and go over there. Like, I'm busy. Okay. And that's why we do the Kirtan Kriya first, because that really, gets us in the zone and quiets down all of that, and kind of gets that, the blood and everything flowing up there, and gives you that, and regulates our nervous system and all that. So typically by the time we get to the energy movement and the Reiki part and the Qigong and all that, it's you're kind of past that, but it may arise still. So just surrender as much as you can. Okay, so also if you experience unexpected emotions or physical sensations, pay attention to that. I would note it in your journal afterwards because yeah, there things may come up, you may cry. I mean, there's all sorts of things that can and do happen, especially since we are going to be moving through the different lines of magic. Let's see here. Anything else here? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's asking about deeper integration. If you can exercise beforehand for 30 minutes, I highly recommend it, or just in your day. You know, we are strengthening everything, right? And we're doing that from a body, mind, soul, like all the bodies that we have. So if you can exercise, I would highly recommend doing so during this 44 days. If you can't, that's okay too. By doing the Kirtan Kriya, we are working on our body and moving the blood and all that stuff and working out our brain. Can it be combined with other practices? Yes, absolutely. Do whatever. Yes, this is 100%. I mean, it's yes, please do. I yoga, and other things as well. So absolutely do whatever you need to do. That does this. Oh, well, okay, no, that's. What do I do if I hit an energetic or emotional energetic wall? Well, we kind of talked about this with the resistance. So kind of the same thing, just kind of surrender as much as you can and push through. I struggle with consistency. Well, yeah, that's kind of why we're here, right? So remember, you made this promise to yourself. You paid the money. You are here now. So this is your commitment to yourself. So if you can do this for 44 days, you can do anything, right? And this is 20 minutes. So you can do this. So can external factors impact how the ritual works? I don't know. Really, I would assume so. Like I wouldn't show up drunk to do this. I've shown up high plenty of times. I don't really smoke all that much pot anymore, but being high just made it more powerful for me. So in those times, but I'm going to be doing this round totally sober. Let's see. Is there a way to connect with others? So I do have a Facebook group. It's the Spiritual Sisterhood, North County. It's the North County San Diego, the Spiritual Sisterhood of North County San Diego, on Facebook. If you want to join that, go for it, and we can talk about stuff there. I haven't really created anything otherwise. Honestly, I don't really want that. This is a very solitary practice. I'm just, you know, giving this to you. This is something that I do, and I'm sure together it'll be more powerful, but this isn't something that this isn't something that I necessarily this is a solitary practice. Okay. Like we're just doing this together. I want to try to keep it as private and anonymous as possible because you know, some people don't necessarily like me even saying that I'm doing something with mommy and Nami feels weird because I am but I mean, we all have our teachers, right? But some people don't want to do that or show that they're working on themselves or whatever the case may be. So I don't I don't really want a community around this. I don't want or need the following, so no. But if you want to go ahead and join that group, it's a private group anyway. We can talk there about stuff. I do offer deeper guidance. I have one-on-one. If you want to do this one-on-one instead of, if you want to upgrade to that, we can. And I can do that around your schedule. So whatever time, within reason, but we will do the practice together, just you and me, and I'll walk you personally through everything. That would be about, 30 to 45 minutes or an hour a day for this. And we can do that at any time. So if you want to do this as a group and then do it again personally, you can do that as well. Can you teach this ritual to others? Yeah. I mean, yeah, share away if you want to invite them in, or if you just want to show it to them. And yeah, I mean, absolutely, please. Like they say with teachers, like, steal everything that's not nailed down. Like, go for it. You can teach this to others. You can do whatever you want. Okay, so that looks like that's all the questions. I'll see you guys on Wednesday at 6 p.m. I'll send you the Zoom link, and I can't wait to work some magic with you guys.